So I've got all these speakers sitting around. People just keep giving them to me. And I've got to take those apart and get the speakers out of those, and the passive radiators. Those are useful too. So anyway, building these projects like this one here, they're actually really expensive. I mean, just in parts alone, it's like over 150 bucks just in parts. I think that one was like 160. So I was like, well, I've already got the speakers. I've already got the amp. So this next project is just basically cleaning my workbench off and getting rid of all of these and just throwing them all in some wood. So I had to go to Lowe's, get some wood. That's, the only thing I didn't have. And where are we at? Yeah. Spent 134 bucks because, I ran out of wires, ran out of screws, saw blades dull, jig blades are dull, needed some more glue, and it's like, yeah, no matter what, it's just stupid expensive, but at least I can reuse all this stuff in the future, I guess. All right, I got a couple of boards out, got my front panel with all the centers marked, got my back panel with the center marked. I'm gonna actually take this piece of shit and run it out of the back panel, and then one of these home improvement objects for a base port. I'm not sure if I'm gonna port that out the front or out the back. I don't really know. I think this is gonna be the basic layout for my front panel. Of course, everything's gonna be facing the other way. This should work. It gives me 1/2 an inch all the way around for the walls and whatnot. And then this is going to be sitting in the back panel like that. And of course, I'm going to have to chamber all of these off. These are going to be sealed subwoofers. These are going to be, I think, ported full range. And then obviously your sealed tweeters. All right, I got all my circles drawn, centered. Let's go mess some wood up. Well, I screwed up like normal, and all my pre-drills that I drilled for the Sawzall bit, I didn't think about them punching through the back and just completely destroying the front of the board. And I chose that as the front of the board because when I ripped this board, it screwed up the edge. So this was automatically my back. And now that's my back. So, it is what it is. Typical. Novice. Alright, I got the main box set up here. I got to cut a bottom and a top panel. And then I got to start building walls and sectioning these off because I don't want the sub blowing out the full range and the little sub blowing out shit and all that fanciness. Alright, I got all the pieces cut. And then this one kind of fits on the inside. Yeah, I gotta figure out the inside. That's the worst part. And a hummingbird just got into the garage. Get out of here. Get. Little fella. Get out of here. Well, I've decided I've about had it. Took me like an hour and a half to get the hummingbird out of the garage. So instead of baffling the inside of this box, I'm just rolling 2 ports. And all these speakers are just gonna each other in their asses. See what happens. Got those shaved down. Well, at least something went right. My top board fits. Obviously, I gotta make that level, and I gotta drill about 900 holes and screw all this together, glue it. Yeah, it should be a nice turd. Alright, got all the speakers wired. Got all my pre-holes drilled for literally everything. I got the big woofer mounted. I didn't think you guys would want to watch me actually cut and drill all this stuff, so that's why we're kind of cutting to the chase. Alright, here's the basic layout here. And then all the wires for the speakers. I've got to wire that in. Got to wire power in. So this is a 200 watt amplifier. Plus it's got the sub down there. So there's 7 speakers total. I'm going to have to wire a lot of these in series, a lot of them in series parallel, and a couple of them in parallel to keep the impedance correct for the amp. And also some of these are some pretty Chinese speakers and I don't feel like replacing them, so I'm going to keep the impedance kind of high to maybe not blow them out. I've got caps on both of these. And that fella down there, we're just running straight 100 watts and seeing what happens. Alright, all screwed down, mounted up. Gotta wire all this stuff up now. Alright, the first two here, these mid bass. I've got those in series. Well, that's not going to cooperate, but about 12 ohms. And then I'm going to run them in parallel with the woofer, which should bring all of that down to around 4 ohms, which is what the amp is rated at. So yeah, this amp is a 2.1, so it's got actually 3 channels. So I'm going to be running 2 speakers to one, 2 speakers to another, and then 3 to another. And it's a 4 ohm, and I've got every channel is going to be right at 4 ohms. I have 3 on the sub channel, but it'll be all right. All right. Yeah, there you have it. I was supposed to paint it. I don't know if I'm going to or not. It's pretty ratchet. I don't know. We'll see.